Hey, it's Scott once again, and no, I'm not out in nature. As you can see, I'm back in the office. So yeah, the string of those nature posts has come to an end, at least for a little while. Maybe once the snow flies here, we'll start being outside. But anyway, tonight we're on to a new concept, new topic, and that is something that I think is really important that coaches need to consider, and I think way too many coaches overlook it as being important, and that is your preseason parent-athlete meeting. Some of you will be doing these over the course of the next few weeks, depending upon your state, depending upon your sport. But I want you to be considering, how do you approach your preseason parent-athlete meeting? I've seen way too many coaches who just kind of, if you remember from a few months ago, my post, I just wing it, they just wing the parent-athlete meeting too. And I think that's a huge mistake. I just came home tonight. The reason why this is on my mind, I just got home from our preseason parent-athlete meeting for the team that I'm coaching, the basketball team that I'm coaching. And I have always looked on these nights as, in some ways, it could be the most important night of the year. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's hyperbole, you're really over-exaggerating. Maybe. But it is extremely important. Whether it's the most important night of the year, it's an extremely important night. And here's why I believe that. Because it is your first time together with this group. You may have had a lot of your kids in your program last year and the year before, and their parents as well. But you got new people. So this is a new season, this is a new year, and you want to start off on the right foot. You want to lay a great foundation for this season. It's your first night to set the tone. It's your first night to start establishing the relationships that you're going to establish for this season. It's your first night to talk about who you are. You as a coach, certainly, but who your program is. What do you want to be known for? What do you stand for? This is the night where you talk about your core covenants, your team standards, the values that you're going to try and live by. This is the night when you lay out how the process is going to work within the framework of your team. If you're a team that has tryouts and cuts, you're going to explain that. If you have lettering requirements, that's a great thing to talk about. The expectations for being in your program, the specific rules that you may have. You might not want to talk about all of them, but maybe touch on some key ones. In other words, this is the start of it all. So why wouldn't this be a huge night? Why wouldn't this be an important night? And yet I've seen way too many coaches who treat it like, well, let's just get through this thing. I have seen these nights, some of them, where the coaches were done within 10 minutes. 10 minutes! How do you get anything done in 10 minutes in this? And believe me, I get it. We're all meetinged out. Nobody wants long meetings. But this is an important one. This is where you're kicking things off. You want to set a good tone, a positive, upbeat tone, but also a tone of discipline, a tone of structure, a tone of we're going to work. So the key is whatever you're wanting to establish, figure that out. I think it's important that you go into your preseason parent meeting, with some goals. What do we want to accomplish? And then how do we want to accomplish those? And then a plan for doing just that. And so this night, your preseason parent meeting, many of you probably are having yours soon. You want to make sure that you invest some time, put some effort, and do the best you can to kick off your season and lay a great foundation in the best way possible. Please, coaches, take some time, make this a priority, and really put some effort into being your best and doing your best at your preseason parent-athlete meeting. Thanks a lot for listening. We'll talk to you next week.